start out with just, obviously, we're all here based on the stand you took. And I just wanted to ask first and foremost why you did what you did and what it meant to you to see your teammates and the league respond in the way they did.
Yeah, for sure. I'd like to start off by saying, that I wouldn't have had the confidence to do something like this unless I had such a good group of people behind me, from the top to bottom, from the general managers down to players, equipment managers, and everyone in between. Everyone was right behind me from the get-go here, and that couldn't have given me the confidence to do this anymore. Got some tight connections with someone who's still in the closet, and if I break it down to my soul, that's probably why I have the confidence to really take that first step, because it beats so close to home for me. And then the next step is that I still think we're really lagging behind in the hockey community in showing our support for this community. So seeing our voice taken away a little bit kind of hurt me, and with the people close to me giving me the confidence to take that first step, I felt comfortable enough doing it, and I was going to deal with the consequences. And how everything kind of unfolded is better than I ever expected it to unfold. I don't think the war is over by any means. I still think we got a lot of work to do, but I think just being able to show a little bit of support while we're out there on the big screen. There's God knows how many people watching our games. I think that's really important to be able to have something that's really not affecting the game much, noticeable and visible out there.
With those unknowns, did you expect the league to rescind its ban on Pride tape? What were your expectations? Did you have any expectations, and what was your reaction when they did?
Yeah, not really. I was just going to kind of take the storm by one step at a time. Really wasn't sure how everything was going to unfold. I was going to get fined or whatever. But I kind of broke down the scenario in my head and was weighing the different options. And if I got fined, I got fined. I think I would have done more positive than whatever $5,000 fine or whatever I had to pay. I really think that us being in the limelight, you gotta take a stand and show these people really matter. And if we have our ability to show that taken away, then what are we really doing for that community, and what are they seeing? What message is that being sent? I'm just happy that this was able to unfold in a positive way, and we can now move forward and take the next step against this inequality.
Last one for me, Pride Night tomorrow. Do you have anything planned, and what does it mean that the team collectively celebrates Pride Night and what we're going to see tomorrow night at Mullet?
Of course, kind of like I said before, this organization's really supported me from day one, and talking to our up top group, they were behind me and really want me to understand that there is all that support from this organization. And I've spent numerous hours the last week or so chatting with them about a game plan that we can take forward, and they're 100% on board, if not even a step ahead of me with the stuff they got planned going. So it's really happy and comfortable and comforting to have your organization really caring about this as well, and not just following your steps. They're gonna have a great event set up for us the next game here, and just excited to see how it unfolds and the support that we get.
Do you anticipate a number of your teammates maybe wearing or showing the Pride theme tape tomorrow night?
I'm not sure. I think that's the beauty about how the rules kind of been changed. Everyone can choose to support if they'd like. If you're not comfortable supporting, that's completely fine. We'll accept you and not single you out at all. But I think the positive the thing is now that if you want to go out of your way and support it and go find some tape, or you won't be forced to, but I think it'll mean that much more that guys are now going out of their way to do it.
You were probably inundated with messages in the past week or so. What's the most meaningful or impactful message or note maybe you received from somebody, if you're able to share something along those lines?
Yeah, I think I was saying to Chris Johnson the other day, you take a 2-minute read through my DMs and it'll have you in tears pretty quick. Not just for someone who kind of hits home closer for me. I think anyone, if you read some of the stories that I'm getting sent my way, it can really open up your heart and open up your view as to how important something like this actually was. You, as a straight male, I really don't understand how much impact I can have, or how much impact I did have. you just try to understand as much as you can, and talking to the people and seeing these messages kind of gives you a better idea, but still, you really don't know how much of an impact it's having. So the message that I did get, it really makes you feel happy that you're able to kind of take this step and support this community that if you think they need it, if you don't think they need it, I'll send you screenshots in my DMs, and I think you'll agree pretty quick that this meant something to a lot of people.
You didn't advertise what you were going to do on social media, but yet it caught on. What kind of volumes does that speak for you to see that?
Yeah, I really wasn't sure on how fast it would blow up, how much it would blow up. But yeah, I think, like I was just saying, it kind of shows how meaningful this was. Just a couple strips on a tape on my stick, had thousands of DMs pouring into my inbox, telling me how much it meant to them, from all sorts of different people, gay, straight, whatever. I was getting messages from every different type of person, and that really beats home as well. It's parents that are reaching out to me saying that they're more comfortable taking their child to the hockey rink now. So it's not just the people who are part of this community. It's their close friends, their close family that it's also impacting. So that kind of coming back to your question, that's how it really shows me how important something like this was.
You said earlier that the war is not over. I just want to know, what will you do to continue voicing your support?
Yeah, I'm trying to make a game plan with our organization here, and trying to just kind of take the best step forward. I really wasn't expecting the rule to be changed, so that was already on the back of my mind, how I would kind of take my next step. And you don't want to break rules every game, but kind of show my support other ways. So that was definitely in the back of my head going forward, that we would have a next step and work towards a plan there. And I've still just kind of been talking with my GMs and coming up with the best idea going forward, and that's kind of starting with the Pride Night next game. So
what were the conversations like in the room with your teammates?
Nothing but support. I had guys coming up to me just telling me how much it meant to them, and that sometimes some guys had some close family, kind of like I do, that was impacted by this, and they were getting messages from them, so they were kind of passing along that love. But yeah, all support. It's a lot of guys kind of coming up, giving me a tap on the shoulder and stuff like that. That just makes you feel better about kind of putting yourself on the line. It's definitely anxiety provoking, kind of putting your career in the forefront here. But yeah, I had nothing but comfort coming from my teammates, which was so important to me.
We'll talk about that a little too, because I know it's been a challenging couple of years, right? Last year you come here, new place, 1-year deal. It could have been easy, I think, for a lot of people in your shoes to say, well, I need to stay quiet right now and let somebody else handle this. Why did it need to be you?
There's some guys speaking up in the media saying that they weren't really happy with the rule change and stuff like that, and I think that was the first step. But yeah, for me, just had a baby, got another one coming in a couple months. You really kind of put your life into perspective when stuff like that happens. My close family that's tied to the community, it really just gets you thinking. You want to be the best example as you can be. And with the amount of young kids that are watching the NHL players on a nightly basis on the TV, I think it's really important for us to portray positive messages in the community, and just super happy that we're back being able to do that.